go around,
Yeah.
but there was nowhere really to go.
It was poorly placed, so like it never should have been there. But I think what you would have had to do is go over here. There was like a little gap you could have kited in.
It's my, that was a shit puddle anyways.
So yeah, so if we're placing all of the first ones like on where this line of markers is, the next time you get a dread drift, you obviously can't just place it on circle. So you just place it in front of circle.
It's gonna be a really dumb question, but when you're baiting the beam, do you just have to stand in that ground circle thing to bait it in there?
You can stand behind it.
I think you can stand behind it.
Not really. If behind it's a bunch of puddles.
Well, so X shouldn't be all the way against the edge. It should be like here.
Yeah, but then you're gonna run through like 3 layers of puddles partway, like towards later end of the fight.
The new rifts shouldn't be behind old shit. That's what we're talking about.
No, I'm saying when you're baiting the beam,
So-
do you just stand in the puddle and take dot damage from it, or can you just like do something else?
I would. I mean, I haven't played it, so I'm not sure. But like, can't you kind of stand to the side and then just kind of guide it into it at the last second?
Kind of.
The beam actually has like a really slow like start to it, so you can stand next to the portal and then just walk around the back end of it to the other side.
Well, that's like
So-
you
so
can't
I
really.
think
If
the
there's
ans- I think
layers
the
and
answer,
layers
Pip,
of
is-
these puddles.
Like, I think the answer then is your first rift goes here, and so that you can place the next one go behind it for the next one, you just need to make sure the next portal is like far enough away.
Oh, so we're like, okay.
Yeah, and that's what I meant. We can like move the boss across the room as we need to, because those puddles lasted quite a while. We're also going to pull boss over towards these markers to begin with, so it's not as far for the first one. And I think we want essentially. So, if you are not placing a rift or kiting a laser, we want to be over on this side of the boss. So like range would be back here, and melee would be like over on this side, so that we're baiting the breath over to this side rather than towards the laser people and rift people.
It can bait on someone who
It
who
can,
has a
but like,
laser,
yeah,
which
we
happened the
just
first time.
we just up our odds of like avoiding that bad overlap.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. That giant laser leaves a dot as well.
Some people need to repair.
Seems, I mean, pretty easy though. Shouldn't take more than a couple more pulls. Need a evoker buff.
There's repair down if you guys want to repair now.
There's a hellstone right there.
And should be good. I'm also playing spell wording, so if you have like an awful beam that you have to stand in a puddle, you can just call for it.
I might say Bob for it, so
Spell word me.
let's do. I just say Bob.
4, 3,
Paladin ability.
1.
We can just stand on top of each other, so the boss doesn't turn for a melee. Laser soon.
Don't bait breath there.
I'm lagging. Oh, yeah.
Watch breath. Yeah, see, that's the breath we want to bait right there. New rifts going out. Just place them far enough away from that old thing, so people have space to kite in. Laser soon. This is like a baby hit, so it should be fine.
Looking at the
Lasers coming up. And breath soon. Watch the breath. And new riffs coming out soon.
Huh?
You can res him. I'm gonna start moving boss just a tiny bit away.
You don't want to go in so deep. There reasons they can't. get
Yo.
yours.
Lasers soon.
Riff raises.
And breath is about to bait.
Someone's gonna have to be real patient.
You got time. Beautiful, Keats.
It's literally surrounded.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I can thread this
You-
needle.
Just
Just
Go
go
through this
through the
next one.
thinnest spot. 2 shot.
I just did a fucking terrorist movement.
New laser soon.
Wanna
So
see it
obviously
one-
it's a little tougher to be on like your actual mark now. Just make sure you're placing them where they can be kited into.
Good. I'm just big up the one in the back there.
Oh my god, I just saw that.
Push back.
So you don't want to like stack them. They need
You
to
don't
be
want
able
them
to
deep like that.
Beep.
I don't know who did that one. Yeah, it's a little weird. Keep going.
That was me.
Yeah.
Watch frontal.
Yep.
New rift soon. That one rift is just perma now, I think.
I actually think the markers are useless.
It's
Yeah.
good. It's good for like the first one, I think,
Yeah, I
and
think
then
it's
after
good
that,
for the
it's
first
kind of trolls.
It looks like it's only using 3 different markers in total.
Do I have a raid marker on anybody else? Yeah, you can just say.
Like that time Frost didn't recognize people.
Wait, what was that, Carly?
So it looks like it's only using 3 different marks because they're always using the same 3 to start with. That's
Yeah, and then after a plate breaks off, it adds a mark, like on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
4th one. Yeah,
So Skull's never going to use until like that 8th gets used.
I don't think Skull would ever get used. I guess.
Also, does everyone like know that it's the lava on the ground that you're not supposed to cross with the beams? Including the permanent lava from the previous puddles?
That's why you really.
Yeah, we still took like 11 million damage from it, so people are still crossing. That's why the damage seems so high. So just to repeat what Pip's saying, the puddles on the ground that are like essentially permanent, it looks like, that counts as crossing the beam. And also, if you've noticed, your beam leaves a puddle-like trail as it's going along. So that also counts if you're like 2 beams next to each other and you just cross each other. Neither of those things can happen. I'm just going to turn off the bigwigs marker. And like, I'll leave the marks up just as kind of reference, but
You should just make a straight line, basically, next to the previous puddles. Just do that every time.
Oh, nice.
it did. My bad. Does boss want to come out? Yeah, I mean, I think what you want to do is kind of without going overboard, so let's say we fill up this kind of skull to, circle-ish first, and then we like fill this in with a bunch of dread rifts and go lasers, and then we can either move the boss back towards these and fill in this area if we needed to, or we could just move across the room. Like, I think our space management doesn't have to be good, but we can try to fill in stuff.
Yeah, the room is fucking huge. We don't need to like stack up the rifts. Like I saw one.
We were
just
kind of
get,
running
like,
out of space by the end of that, though.
We
A
were
little bit,
absolutely-
but we also had a lot of
We had a-
DPS dead for a while. I think this should be
entire-
like between a 5 and a 6 minute fight, I think is what it is. So we were about 2/3 of the way through, I guess.
The room was about halfway filled with rifts.
It was
so-
not.
It was nowhere. It was not about halfway.
Yeah,
through.
we
have
just
so
hadn't
much
moved.
for this.
We
don't
hadn't
need to,
moved
like-
boss away at all yet, really. So
Yeah, we We don't need to like.
We need to
Because I saw a rift just get like puzzled in trying to do that. Just like putting.
Yeah, also, I saw somebody put one like up at the gate in front of the boss. Like that's also bad,
At the
right?
gate.
That
in
was
front
me
of-
putting it because we were wiping. There was
Oh, okay.
no way we were like actually gonna kill the boss there.
Now with that attitude.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Push back soon. Kite your beam. Watch breath. Remember, try to be over on the other side. So we did that. New rifts. Just close-ish to the old ones, maybe. It's not too close. Push back. Watch your health away. New beam soon. And watch your breath. Try to bait it. New rifts coming out. And pushback about to happen. Lasers. And then, I guess after this set, I'm going to move boss a bit.
Oh fuck.
Oh no.
Breath is baiting. Two shout. Push back soon. Pierce fine more. Watch feet. Push back still. And new lasers coming out. Lasers are out. Breath is about to bait. Try to bait it away from those. New rifts soon. Knockback. Laser soon. Baiting breath. Watch feet, new rift soon. Then we're gonna move boss away. Just move him away during the pushback bar. Raising Stevo. Get...
All the puddles are in the back, by the way, guys.
Yeah. Just move boss over here, Aura. Okay, and get... I think Ilya.
Range sheet back.
So range especially, but everybody be ready to go get those puddles.
There's one close from here. I'm taking it.
Baiting breath. New rift soon.
It's in the back, Co.
Tried so hard.
Pushback.
I'm gonna drop one by. Oh, never mind.
Oh god.
Oh, yep.
Kelly, you can knock.
She's gonna
Lasers
die.
soon.
I'm gonna die. I'm in puddles.
Oh, I can...
It's not gonna work.
I'm not
And
leaving
they'll clear these and then I'll pop up.
can take the gate if you want, bitch.
I guess that works also.
Breath soon.
You're gonna take a lot of damage here.
All,
Yeah. So like if
Double stack.
we
And now we're kind of running out of space.
Directly against the wall.
we are, but like if you look like in front of Skull, like we could fill in all that. Like we could basically have filled in the area we did at the start, and then like filled in Skull, and then rotated to like Star, started filling in there, and then headed to like New Star, and then just like kind of going counterclockwise around the room and filled in. I think we would have been fine. It would have been super tight, but
Because part of the
We're
problem is,
also-
I mean, the raid still needs somewhere to stand that isn't just lava. Like, we can't have the entire room covered in lava.
We're not being super great with like being on the right hand side of the room when the circles are spawning so that we can put them easily. People are like way over on the left and they have to run over and their position's not great and their circle's out a little further, and once the circle's out far it's cutting off a huge chunk of the room for every other circle.
They can start like way out here too, right? Like where I'm standing, like almost to where you're dipping in the lava.
We
yeah,
kind of had
you,
the
you
first
can put
set
them
back here.
You can put them much far closer to the lava. Like
Oh,
I can move marks if you guys are confused by that.
You don't want to put them on the very back if you need to get behind them, right?
True, but like you could put them here and easily step
Yeah,
behind.
yeah.
Like, how did we end up with like 6 or 7 all the way in the back here? Is what I don't.
Because the rest of the room was getting blocked off, so we couldn't get over to that in time. So people were just dropping it in the back because that's what they could reach.
You also do get pushed back with the rift sometimes, which would put it further back.
Also, putting it in the front would be shitty because the boss is right there.
Well, like I wouldn't put him there right away by Skull, but like once all the like moon to cross stuff is filled, like we can move boss and then fill in Skull is kind of what I was saying earlier. We don't have to immediately start doing like the where we are now. We do need to blast though, so that's cool.
I'm trying, man.
Like, we need to do, we're gonna do enough damage.
I think we're fine. Like I think we would have had enough space, but it's going to be pretty close. So.
First week problems.
Yep.
Got like 10 beams in a row. What do you want from me?
I had nothing for like the first 2 minutes.
Blessing.
Oh yeah, evoker buff.
Do you have a weak aura for that?
5, 4,
called wall.
3, 2,
Wall?
1.
Pushback. Lasers. You can get him. No rifts. Pushback soon.
There's someone back there.
Still pushback. And lasers.
Melee gets the lasers, they should do the one up front.
Yep, kind of moonish. Bait breath.
Genius block.
It's bad breath, careful.
Although I had the same idea.
Well, yeah, 'cause I knew I had to
Just die, yeah.
Try not to put them like directly against the wall.
Talking about the cross one, maybe?
Yeah.
Or next one where I'm dead. It's like I couldn't get around it. So I had to go through it.
Does the lava do like insane damage, or can you step into it for a tick?
No.
You cannot.
I stood in that for
okay.
15 seconds and just wouldn't die. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
So you could like just go into the lava to kite it in. Then.
The lava was like 28k a second.
No, it's
Rift burn does
100K.
100k.
No.
No, the actual lava. Yeah.
That's swimming pool lava.
It does like 2 million. 2 million.
2 mil?
2 million.
a
Yeah,
second.
2 million a second.
It's 20k a second.
20K.
It's like not a lot.
20 million a second.
Need a fort. Let's do it.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Chris. Knockback. Paper.
Please don't bait on us. God damn it.
New rifts. Push back soon. Might overlap with it. Yeah, we're good. And then lasers. Let's do lasers. Baiting breath. Bad one, fellas. New wrist. Knockback. Laser soon. Baiting breath.
Watch the beam razor.
New wrist coming out. Two shout. And let's move away a bit more. Laser stone.
I haven't gotten a laser in a while.
It's a little far, but I guess that's fine.
I can move it back.
I'll put
Wait,
it.
breath.
Yeah, you have
Watch
lots
breath.
of-
Watch
Bait
breath.
breath.
Watch breath. New rift soon. Push deck.
Marius, can you group me?
Fuck.
We can get kitchen.
That's pulled in a bad spot. I got pushed way back there. Try to zoom
New
forward.
lasers.
You can go around for it.
Hopefully it just goes on the wall.
Oh, it's on me. Take care of my own mistake.
Bait breath.
Oh my god, I fucking hit that shit back.
And get oh, we can't. Personal here and Carly Diva.
ID vote?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Watch feet. Can move it away a tiny bit again. Actually, no, it's fine here. Fine here.
There's a rift at the back of the room. Just an FYI.
Lasers?
Bailey, you should get the back one. You're outside.
Baiting breath.
Can move it soon, I think.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do it.
Carly up in 20.
Rift's going out. Pushback. Kelly tied.
Ward is good. Is good?
That's fine.
Oh, fuck.
Watch beams. Breath soon.
I think you got killed by the initial view.
Yeah.
Did it rough at this point with the healer down.
2 healers.
You can get Kelly or Carly.
I go Carly.
Oh no!
Lasers.
It's 2 up by melee.
Carly
And
high
then
belly.
pull boss over to like me or
Pots are up.
If possible.
No tide beam, no TD? Okay.
Hiding a beam.
Oh.
Now range you.
I can always sack you in that case where I just call it though.
Yeah, but you at that point you're both taking so much damage regardless. It's not a good idea.
I thought it went off last.
Can we put shit on
Keep
the
going.
right side?
Yeah, so behind the boss, like basically is the spot now. It's a little awkward, but
I mean, for range, it's like.
You can take the one further in.
I mean it's a wipe,
got
but
no
like I think it's totally fine. We had what Carly dead for a long time, which I think is basically the reason why we ended up losing Halsey and
Got me.
Ghost.
The beam takes
Wait, did
very
you-
quickly.
Oh,
The
okay.
coordination to not cross beams and a lot of these later ones
Becomes
is actually
pretty hard.
impossible.
Yeah.
No, I think it's impossible. Like, there's literally no way. We're just gonna have someone that's taking damage.
I think
I
that's
mean,
why
We just
there
start
is
dropping
that.
the rifts on the left to like go to
Where
a
do you,
clearer
where do you mean
space.
left?
Like the left side of the room. Just start
No,
like at
no,
some
we're gonna
point
get
when
cut
it
off there,
gets.
Phallus. No.
Yeah, because of baiting rest.
Yeah, then the range would have just have to play the back of the room when we.
How
I mean,
big?
a lot
How
of
big
it-
is the breath cone?
Not very.
It's done.
Like 15, 20 degrees. Like
So why couldn't we start baiting them over on Star side like earlier?
Like if everyone
brats
stands
are the
behind the
puddles?
boss,
The
like
so
if-
why wouldn't after we get like let's say we get to the midpoint in the room like where we are
I mean,
now?
we can.
Why wouldn't we just start putting puddles over on Star side?
We can
We
do that from the
can.
start. Like, I
Is
think
there-
just keeping the center clear and having puddles on either side is going to be way easier for everyone.
Yeah, is there any reason we couldn't just even play it in
I,
quarters?
I think it's also like bad because like. No, I mean it's bad that we're like putting shit at the back because we're getting knocked back. So like. we're just
I
gonna
feel
get
like
fucked.
we're putting it at the back way too early for sure. I say we just like at some point I think I will make the call and we basically start placing all of them over on Star side and then
We're
we
also
try to
trying to-
leave a much bigger spot in the center.
I think we try and bait
We're not,
the
like, making a
beam down the
rectangle.
middle
We're making like a
instead of
triangle.
to the side. Then
Like we only need like probably like that wide of a thing to play in, right? Like Star to circle. So like we can place rifts all from Star to cross and from like or from circle to cross and from like Star to the other edge and like that's a ton of space, right? And behind boss, yeah. Evoker buff. I wonder who normally does that buff.
5, 4, 3.
We're gonna do it in combat because it's
One.
constant. That's always the issue.
Sorry.
Laser soon. Baiting breath.
You also get the tool for the laser way earlier. We can move there.
New rift soon. And knockback.
Nice soulfire rise.
Just careful at your health here.
It
Watch
doesn't
feet.
stop your cast.
Still knockback. Maybe not. Maybe it's done. Lasers. And baiting breath. It's a bad one, careful. New rifts. Can move boss a tiny bit over. There's fine.
I don't know how you guys are gonna get to this, but
New lasers.
I hope it's on me.
It's on me.
It's on me.
Baiting breath.
It's not on me.
Yeah. Hopefully I live.
Sorry, bud.
All good.
You're out of range, or I could sack you
Yeah, I'll
if you
do
call it
it.
a little earlier.
Yeah, I got you.
New rifts and push back soon.
We could start doing stars.
New lasers. And let's do one more set over on the first side, and then we'll do star after. Lasers coming up. Baiting breath. Next set of rifts is going to go over on star circle side.
Now we want to bait breaths like down the middle.
And now you want to bait this next breath down the middle, yeah, like it's happening, and then star circle with the rifts. And then we can move boss close to these rifts for it, and you'll just bait breaths towards the middle again.
Melee, try to fan out. Kinda,
Is
okay.
this close enough or close enough?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Non-close enough.
Watch breath. New rifts over on star side.
And squeeze in.
New lasers soon. Carly Diva, or Raisin Diva. Lasers. Baiting breath soon. Baiting breath. New rifts on star side.
Those back ones are troll.
Yeah, they're a little
Well, we all
troll.
got knocked
Oh
Okay,
my
we can-
god, bro.
We can handle them.
Oh,
Thank you, two are
Okay.
going to the same one, Keats.
alright, peace
You can
out.
get Rice up.
Love
Let's
this.
move it away from those a tiny bit.
Mm-hmm.
Watch breath. New rifts soon.
Oh, I'll get you right now, res.
Can we put some of the shit at skull?
On skull.
Yeah,
That's fine too. That's fine too, yeah.
Oh, I got pushed. Where are we?
Why are they? You don't need to put them that far back.
Not that far. What the fuck?
Well, I didn't mean to, but I got pushed.
Yeah, you were still standing there when you res.
So do we think...
Nope.
So we still have about a minute left, and like we are to some degree losing people just to damage.
Well, we're also some of that damage
We're also, I mean,
through the end. I think the
we're-
melee pile needs to spread out before was pull some cross damage as well.
Like 6.5 million. So I mean, not a trivial amount, but I mean not a ton anymore.
Would quarters be easier than halves?
Say again.
Would quarters be easier than halves?
I think the problem is we're just not utilizing the front of the room near the boss
Yeah.
as much as we should be.
That's what I mean.
Oh, I made a
like,
drawing
if
between
you
the
broke
last
up the room
tables.
into quarters instead of having
We're,
the room.
we should be doing the square thing I'm doing. We're doing the triangle thing.
Yeah, that's true. We're getting
I-
pushed
Ideally-
back, and we're not coming back forward.
Yeah, I think I agree.
We just like don't need to use the back of the room nearly as much. And like
back
we
of
could
back of
use,
the room. You mean where you are now, or?
So yes, so if we were to put them more toward the front, we could then later move to the back. So instead of having this big distance, we can always keep them close and then move the boss.
Yes, I think I agree with that.
Like gold to cross, and then across to star, and then to circle.
Skull to cross.
Like we start placing up forward towards the boss, and then as we fill up, we move back, and then across and up. Or
I'm not sure what you're saying.
with the world markers right now, like is that what you're saying? Like, 'cause, like right now, like the melee are up near, or the boss is in the front of the room, so it's all near skull, and not many people are running back towards cross.
I mean, I think up to like this point, placing them in the back is fine, and that's the rectangular drawing that Aiden posted. What's happening is from there, I think it's probably range, just because that makes sense, are continuing to place them on this cross line to like here and making a big triangle. And then that cuts off just a lot of space in the room prematurely. Oh, yeah, we can do break while we talk about this. I forgot.
Where's Val when you need him?
Oh.
Need our mandated break.
I will be back in a minute, but then we can keep talking about it.
Who's drinking?
Oh, it's me.
Glop glorp.
I died. Why? It feels like the laser like fucking hits you like faster or some shit. Maybe I'm just cooked. I died to the laser spawning on me. Yeah, I'm just cooked then.
It almost feels like later in the fight it starts ticking faster, but I think that's just not real and just in your head.
I'm just trying to
Gaslight Rice challenge.
press a bolt.
Yeah.
We banned this and it just dies? Dang.
It's not completely incorrect.
Probably a dumb question, but if I'm capped on the flight stones, like, do I have to spend them in order to get more, or is it like a weekly thing?
Yeah, but it's like Primal Chaos, so you're gonna have infinite anyways. It doesn't matter.
Okay, just because I'm at the cap and all this shit's giving you 50, and there's all these items that
Yeah,
give you
fuck
10.
it.
It's like,
Just like ignore it. It's
Okay.
a non-currency because you have way more than you'll ever need.
okay.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know if you guys said anything else.
No. Is there any reason we shouldn't all stack for this?
If we stack and somebody is slow,
Laser
like
beam.
with their beam, I feel like that's bad. Or like even if they are fast, like it spawns where the person's standing, right? So like then everybody just has to move a little bit
Is there
every
any
time.
reason, like, so like right now, like on our first set of beams or first set of puddles, we're dropping them between skull and cross, right? Do we need to use that much space? Could we just drop them between like skull and square, and then work our way slowly around the room? Like we don't need to necessarily be stacked, but like we're pretty spread out, right? Like we're using an entire half of the room, and I was just thinking, like, do we need to use the entire half of them, or could we use like a quarter of the room at a time? Right? Like, could the first part of the fight be between, you know, like this gateway and the actual wall, and then once that kind of fills up, we move back between like triangle and cross, and then we start moving around the back of the room, and we just kind of circle around the room instead of going one side to the other. So it feels like our issues are that we're running out of space at the end, and people are getting knocked into puddles or getting hit by shit.
I mean, we can do that, yes, but I don't know if it solves anything. Is I guess my thinking.
Like, I feel like we get as the fight goes on, do the beams, do the puddles they leave behind last longer as it goes on, or is that just a percentage health thing?
You mean like the beam from the laser itself?
Yeah, because it leaves a puddle behind.
I don't think it lasts any longer. I mean, that disappears basically. I mean, it like disappears after you put it in the rift. I don't know if that lasts longer as the fight goes on.
Because yeah, it's the only issues I've been having is like maneuvering around the puddles on the ground to get to a rift. Like that's the only reason I've died, is trying to avoid that, or getting knocked into one because I'm trying to bait near a rift.
The crazy thing is, so there is a 7-minute kill log of this fight, which just makes me wonder how in the world did they still have space in the room?
I see one that's 7:43.
Yeah, that's insane.
Well, a lot of it is we're not using the front, like people said, because we have more range. Or I don't know if it's we have more ranged or melee don't get picked for the rifts as often as ranged do.
I mean,
And so that's why the ranged is all bunched up in the back.
I mean, I can pry
Like,
my positioning to be more at the
Nobody puts it up by skull except for me and like one other melee sometimes. I try to prioritize this corner and by skull, and nobody's here.
Yeah, that's what I meant by like quarters. It's like
And
we're using.
Like I saw Wah do it once, and that's about it.
I can
Yeah, we're
Like-
not using half the room.
Like I think we would have a better shot to kill this if we 5 heal, but doing that means we have to utilize the space in the room a little better. But like we have people just routing out to damage that's like not really related to anything about the beams at like the 5-minute mark already. So
Well, we're getting split because we're spread across the entire length of the room, and then if a breath splits us apart, like we're getting pretty.
yeah, I do think we
it's
are
it's
too
more- it's more
spread,
of a
but
distance thing. Like I don't think people are rotting because we lack the healing. I think people are rotting because we're having trouble keeping everybody in range. Like the
Let's
circles isn't
do-
that big, but I've still got a lot of people that aren't in range.
let's do like one more with 4, and maybe we swap after if it seems like a clusterfuck still. Are people like staying out of range after
Occasionally, yeah.
they drop their rifts even?
Yeah, occasionally people are hanging on. I think
You can drop a rift and then get a beam. So sometimes I drop a rift far away and then I'd stand next to it in case I get the beam.
I mean, I do think what Mary's is saying makes sense, that like I don't know that we need to fill in like the cross stuff right away. But I'm kind of open to either way, honestly.
I think we'll live longer if we stay closer together. Like I think if ranged are a little closer into melee, like we don't have to be like stacked, but I think we should be grouped in like a quadrant at a time.
I mean, ranges just needs to prio the, the remaining, like the open spaces
Yeah.
in front.
So if boss is in top front, like we don't need to use back right before we fill in top front.
Yes.
Yes. And then
just
if
be near the boss.
If the whole top front, so like that would be, skull to where boss is, let's say back where triangle is, if this whole quadrant is full, that's fine. We just rotate over towards circle, basically.
Yeah, I think it'd be easier if we just kind of like slowly rotated around the room the entire fight, and
And that would keep, and that keeps everybody closer together.
Yeah, like in general, we could be close to the middle of the room, but if we're dropping puddles and we start near skull and then slowly work our way across to dog,
I like it.
I think we'll save a lot more space.
You want circle?
Especially if the puddles disappear afterwards, because they disappear quick, but not that quick.
1.
Circle's too far, man.
Knock back soon.
It's so spread out there for the puddles.
He was painting.
He was shifting. That's what I was like.
Lasers. Watch the breath. New rifts. It's going to be the damage burst here and pushback right next to each other, so careful. Cheap. Laser soon. Baiting breath. New rift soon. We can still fit this next set here, and then maybe we can consider moving after. Push back soon. And lasers coming up.
We just have room up front. We can use.
I think we can fit one more set in here.
At least.
Yeah, fit one more set here, then we'll move.
Someone go, yeah, go.
Big breath.
You need boss?
Sorry.
Okay.
It's a lot of space behind the tanks, too.
Yep, you can put them here, tanks can just move grab it. Push back, and then we're gonna move. And you can still fill in that space even when we move here, so. Watch the pushback. Should be fine, we can have people fill in for now. You can get Marius.
You're safe.
Watch breath.
Are we missing a beam?
Yeah,
They
he died.
Yeah.
Oh, he died, okay.
Having air for Rift is fine though, right?
I think so.
I feel like
Push
he
back
killed
soon.
that
You can move boss away, War. Just back towards circle. Baiting breath.
Yeah, you get this one, right? So I'll go play Ring Around the Rosie for a bit.
Let's do big move just to give people a little more space.
Plus 40%, so you can, like, you don't need to pack them as tightly as they are.
Yeah, like we've utilized the space so much better.
Then we
here.
didn't utilize eggs.
We have a ton of people dead, so I mean, just die. But
We tried to pack in too many. Like, look where these rifts are.
Now we have a reverse triangle.
yeah, like
We definitely overcompensated.
it would definitely be hard to get to like.
Well, this is like
Starish.
Solved one issue, but this is another issue.
And then create it, yeah.
I think the space user's okay. I just think the boss is a little too close to where the puddles were.
I think part of the problem was in the first set of rifts, one was placed pretty far away from the wall, and it basically started cutting off the back half immediately.
Yeah, everyone can just start over near the markers. Like, there's nothing stopping us from just everyone being over there. So you're done.
Yeah,
Finish
don't
my
yeah,
list.
the boss.
like don't. People are just like dropping them as
Shimmer
like.
while shifting.
Yeah, you like what I think Keats or somebody said mid pool. Like you can also like be very close to the boss in tanks and stuff too. There's no like cleave or anything like that. So there's all that space early on that people, don't want to leave boss can put stuff.
Yeah, put it right on the takes. It forces them to move.
Get the fuck out of this area.
Take a fart on the tanks.
Any health stones?
Someone soundboard.
It's right there.
Right there.
Kind of close.
I'm not grabbing
Doing a
that.
mind soothe.
What do you mean? I can
I'm
grab
un-
it from here.
I'm unsure about that one.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Knockback.
I love that mod. It's so good.
That actually is pretty perfect.
Artistic.
Now let's get the 3 more where Ghost is and stuff in that one, Off the
Breath.
Sorry, Pip. I tried to get the middle one, but I couldn't get a good
I
angle.
got it.
New riffs.
Or I don't.
That was beautiful. Pip.
Miami Pittsburgh.
Oh, we're going back.
Knockback, careful. Watch your health. They're sticking close together as a group. Lasers and then breath. New riffs coming out. And knockback.
I think we should move.
Just a tiny bit. It doesn't have to be big.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, boss.
New lasers.
You're gonna want to get the one behind the wall.
Bait and breath.
No one has the second melee one.
Watch breath. And new riffs going out. Knockback. Two shout.
After this? There's
Now
one
move.
right
Now
underneath the
move.
ball.
Yep. Just do a nice, like, medium-sized move.
Okay.
Knockback.
What's boss? There.
Here's good. New lasers. And just don't go overboard about packing stuff in there.
That's what she said.
Thank you, fellas.
Bait and breath.
You're a homie, Ghost.
New wrist soon.
Yo, this is with pushback, by the way. Your riffs are gonna get pushed back.
Lasers coming out. You can move them a little bit again.
Room after this one.
Further or is this good?
Here's fine. Lasers are out and breath is going to bait soon.
Two people need to go front.
Let's use...
Oh, Marius, come on.
Yeah, we can use Star Side.
50 about. Okay, I'll get the LZO.
So Star Side on this next set, knockback soon. Personal here.
Aiden. Wouldn't
Yeah,
want to
knock.
swim.
It's okay. Warrior can tank for a minute. It's fine.
I'm moving boss, right?
No, leave them there. They're putting on Star Side. Next riff's on Star Side. It's fine.
I gotta clear these.
There's three over there.
You'll probably have to bubble off a stack here, War, so...
Bro.
Okay.
Kill the other side.
Breath soon, bait it.
Oh, that one. That's
And new riffs coming out,
Well,
and they're
I
going
couldn't
to
bubble off
Circle
the
Side.
stack. It didn't ready.
Oh, maybe it just doesn't bubble off, I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't fall off.
Pushback.
TD me, Carly.
It's
I need
20
TD.
seconds, yeah.
I need TD.
Raisins can sack you if you need.
I think TD should be... Nope. TD's not enough. Wow.
Ow.
You can die.
Oh, better.
I mean,
Die.
we have so much space now. Like,
Yeah, I don't know why we placed I think one extra set on the first side of the room when we should have just started moving towards the gate, like on the whatever side up here is. Like we had so much space up there, and instead we're kind of weaving it between puddles. Like the puddles do a lot more damage than I think people think they do. Like if you're running through puddles, you're probably gonna need a defense removal. So, like, I think we're still placing too many puddles on one side of the room before circling around to use the front of the room. Like where square is, like we didn't put any puddles there. For some reason, we just went straight from moon to circle.
moon to circle.
Like we skipped square. We went from like moon side. We placed
Where's
like
square?
5 deep and went straight
Oh,
over.
square is
On the
square's
other side
behind
of
the
the
boss.
boss.
Oh,
It's on the other
behind
side.
the dragon.
Yeah, like we completely skipped the square side between, which was close to the boss, without needing to do a big move. Like I don't know why we're skipping that side instead of just starting to place around moon and then slowly moving around square and moving to circle.
Well, because then that leaves us like the channel in the center of the room, which is what we were talking about earlier, that we want for dodging breath and stuff.
No any space. I don't know. Like I think people started dying as soon as they're running through puddles to kite the beam. I think that's what's killing people. It does a lot of damage.
I died because I'm stupid.
I died because I was expecting you to take that back puddle, and I was preparing to get that front puddle, and did not correct.
My beam.
You were standing behind it, near the one that I thought you were gonna get.
Yeah, no, the puddles hurt. I can't run through a puddle anymore. I don't have that much health.
I placed it. I knew there was space.
I can't live that.
Sorry, space to walk around.
Busting up the.
4, 3,
Oh shit,
2,
what the fuck?
1.
What happened? Oh, soul fire.
Beam soon. And new rifts. Pushback coming up. Should be after this. Cheap. Still pushback. And laser. Can get Marius.
Bryce, you get that one?
Breath.
It's not on me, bro.
Oh.
New rift soon. Can do a baby move war. Breath soon.
No, someone go front. Raisins, probably.
Watch breath. Can get pip.
No, we cannot.
Oh yeah, we can. It's true. T-shot. Pushback soon. And lasers. And then we're going to do a decent sized move. So you can fill in by a square, that whole area Marius was talking about.
That's too far.
No,
Yeah, that's too far.
No.
Just do this space up here by like square and back towards the old puddles. And do rift soon. And pushback coming up. Laser's about to go out. And we're baiting breath. Watch breath. Do rift soon. And pushback coming up. Remember, you can still fill in by square. Raising Stevo. And then come around to like me you are. And we're gonna fill in that square area.
Some of you are really far from balls and lighting.
So look at where square is. That's kind of the area we're filling in. Breath soon. And this is gonna be a little weird bait-wise, so just be careful.
Thanks, Kevin.
Wrists are out. Back towards square with them. Yeah, we had a bunch cross there. Didn't die. I think we spend the last 20 minutes 5 healing. Probably getting rid of a mage, I guess.
Army does
Should I not
damage.
swap?
Oh, yeah, that probably does make more sense today since you've been in.
Who at? Me, who
Sorry.
Oh,
Pepsi.
nothing.
It's gonna spray water at us.
at? Pip's gonna pee.
He's gonna pee on the floor.
What do you think the P stands for in PIP?
Postulate.
Poop.
Prostate.
Piss in pants?
That's what they both. Yeah, it's postulate in.
Postulate in
Are
the
people
prostate.
are people trying to bait the beams? Like, do people know what that means?
Bait the beam. You mean the breasts?
No, the beam.
laser.
Like
Ooh.
lasers.
You know beams are
Most
coming
people
out,
are
you know
not,
where rifts
no.
are. Stand
I
here,
think
right, you know what rift is.
so. So what bait the beams means is put yourself in a position that if you got the beam, it would be a really short beam. I think that's the ideal way to prevent crossing beams.
Are we just moving back and forth, left and right of the boss?
Yes,
reach
it's
the
a lot of
frontal the
movement.
beam?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't really do that without losing a shit ton of damage. So.
Well, no, you can do it in melee, right? So that's why I utilize that upper
Well,
corner.
I mean, I have to stand in specific spots, even as a melee.
Yeah, so you don't. What I'm
Swing
saying
like
is you
so.
don't have to be like on the portal, but you have to
Oh,
be
wait, I'm
on
not
that
ready.
side. And then when the breath is supposed to be baited, you go to the other side of the boss, like
Okay,
all
so
within melee range.
Someone drop a Jeeves.
So you spend most of your side time on the side of the portal, and then just go and bait
Correct.
the breath and go back.
Yes,
Okay, that
correct,
makes
yeah.
sense.
And then you also don't want to stack. You want to be like generally spread so that you can see where everyone's beams are at. And I think that will prevent the crossing the beams when things get like squished.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because we're good with the beams up until like basically the last 40 seconds or so there.
4 minutes.
Yeah, because anytime that happens, I notice it's like everyone is bunched up on the opposite side of the boss, away from the portals, and then so these lasers are just going like all over the place.
Yeah.
We also I think still occasionally have some portals going to the opposite side. So like if you've got 2 portals on one side, 2 portals on the other, then beams are gonna get really fucky.
3, 2, 1.
Knock back. Beams are out. And baiting breath.
Ooh. It's candy.
New rift soon. And pushback coming up. Beams are about to go out. Watch your health a bit. Beams go out after. And baiting breath. New rift soon. And pushback. Can move it away a little more. Laser soon. Baiting breath. And new rift soon. Pushback.
These beams could put these rifts could push back.
Yeah. So we're gonna move here after this 2-shot. And then we can start filling in like this square quadrant. Lasers.
Mary's, watch out.
Just careful with the beams.
Oh, you guys are going for the same one.
Oh fuck.
Hellstone.
We should do
Ah.
all before that.
It's fine.
They probably got a big
Pushback soon. But I mean, boss is in like cast sequence, so it's not moving, but it's going to here in a second.
There's a I placed a portal in the back so I couldn't get
Beam soon. Beam soon.
That's an FYI. There's a
You can keep moving it back a little bit more, even more. Baiting breath.
Keep it.
Watch beam.
Where's that beam?
Where's this beam go?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's on Carly?
Get Pip up.
Oh, it's not on me anymore.
It's back here. Charlie, where are you?
And lasers.
It's not on me anymore.
What are they, hot
It's
fixes
on
to
me.
switch
It's on
players?
raisins.
Interesting. Just
Got so
what happened?
That was so confusing.
There's a beam that
Beam
was
started chasing other people with no arrow.
Because somebody died, I'm assuming?
I don't think so.
I think we should move one set earlier. So that was at the third set of puddles. Like, I think we should be dropping those near square. Like, that was just people were dropping them between other puddles. It was crowded. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was super crowded, and it did need to be crowded. Like, we have so much space. Like,
I mean, we don't.
Second set of puddles, we should be dropping them towards square.
We also don't have to like have the boss moved. You can just start placing them by square. Like
Yeah,
it's like we
do
said
that too.
earlier.
It's just yeah, people were like finding spots to put them between, and it was just really crowded right behind the boss. So, like after the second set, like and stars filled up, we should be moving towards square. Because that was Carly got a big rewind, but we should need a raid cooldown for that. Right, like that's just.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, Harmy. That's weird.
Just didn't like you, bro.
Did you visit?
No, he said he didn't.
Five, 4, 3.
Oh my god, I forgot this
one.
Push back soon. Lasers coming out. Big breath. So that's late. New rift soon. Pushback coming up. And then burst after, so just look at your health, make sure you're good. Feet. Lasers soon. Baiting breath.
Come back this way.
New rift soon.
Jump towards star.
Yep, you can fill in that star area.
Can I move?
Pushback. You can pull the boss back towards like the square, but you don't have to move him over to the circle yet. Lasers. And baiting breath. New rifts coming out.
Oh shit. Sorry, Carly.
Hard red.
New rifts are going out and pushback.
Should be quick.
And then start moving boss over towards circle wire. And you can place stuff under or at square. Take a shout.
One in the back.
Move him a little bit more.
I mean,
Oh yeah, you're way over there.
I'm definitely attempting this.
Yeah. Lasers.
I got the back one. I got
It's
the
like
back one builder.
perma stuck in cast sequence. Baiting breath. And new rifts going out towards square, yep. And pushback soon.
Try not to put it like all the way.
And lasers. Baiting breath. We had a couple cross there. New rifts. You can move boss out a bit towards like orange marker or. Oh, it's on me. Knockback.
One of them's
Lasers. Yeah, try to get the ones by like square and circle, basically. I think. Raise and see though. Health pot if you need. Baiting breath. New wrist about to go out, just by like circle-ish area.
I'm kind of the only healer bros.
Yeah, I see. You're gonna get it 1 in 15.
So then we have 2.
Okay, but I
Two's
also
better
don't
than
have any
one.
mana, so...
Oh, innervate? There you go.
Just like get more? I don't understand.
Nobody's called for innervate, so if you need it, like...
So we had I think like a double or triple tick beam overlap. Right around that 40% one, I think.
Yeah, it killed Harmy when it crossed. I think it was mine, but I'm not sure. But because like mine already crossed, but I boarded, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I think the shorter we make the lasers travel, the less chance we have any of this happening, and that's the stem of our problems.
Yeah, and the further apart the puddles are, the more like the further distance the beams are likely to
Yeah,
travel.
so when that thing that killed Harmy, that happened when the ranged group was behind the boss, but we had the portals against the gate, the blue square, and so they all the range had to go all the way through the boss, and all those lasers were just crossing over each other.
Well, that's where beam bait comes in. Like just
Exactly,
move,
that's my point.
Like
I'm trying
move.
to
When that
hammer
pops
that
up,
point
the
down.
weak ore pack just move.
It is, yeah. This is a beam bait issue.
Like I don't know. I think we're, especially now that we're really good with placement, like the damage check will be okay. Like it'll be really tight near the end, but
No,
if you need
like
to
it's actually not going to be tight. So we're at 4.5 minutes, and like we have so much room.
kill or something.
Yeah, there's like 740 kill. So we have
Like,
so
just-
much space at
we
this
have
point
more
already.
room. Like we could move a little quicker if we need to keep the puddles spread out enough that we're not crossing. Like
We should do that then.
Like
I
after,
think that, like,
after the first two, we should probably start slowly moving around.
Like we can do the puddles a bit more spread, but like the beams we want to be.
That's what I'm saying. Is like just move to
Close.
get your beam closer. Like beam bait aggressively is what I was saying. Like puddle placement has been fine. Just particularly ranged.
Well,
like yeah, if
it-
they're all against the gate, just get the fuck up there. Like I know it's
fine
gonna hurt
until
our
it's not
damage.
fine, and we have puddles on 3 sides of the room, and we cross 4 beam.
That's what's I think
it
the
hasn't
biggest
been.
problem.
It hasn't been fine. It's fine when it is. It's
Blessing.
good when it's good. It's not good. It's not
Yeah, we need a Evoker buff.
3, 2,
Get a fucking weak on.
I have one that's just not super obvious because I don't want to see it during the middle of the fight.
Okay, well I don't want to call it at the beginning of every.
Don't load. Have it just not load during combat.
True. Laser soon. Baiting breath. And new rift's about to go out. Pushback coming up.
I think instead of dropping back, just drop forward. Because then people get baited and dropping their actions backward.
So watch your health here. Laser soon.
Like you mean the puddle?
Yeah.
And baiting breath.
Don't drop anything back towards the triangle. Like move it up a little bit. Keep closer to the boss.
New rifts. Pushback soon. And you can move boss a bit.
Ooh, double earth.
And lasers.
Love the double earth.
And baiting breath.
I got the back one. Didn't let me get hit. Oh, fuck.
Oh, sorry.
Still baiting breath.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
New rift about to go out. Pushback. And then laser's about to happen, and you just move boss over to me where to shout.
There's one in the back. Kind of 2 in the back, actually.
And you can place new puddles by square. Laser's coming out soon. We can turn them this way, I guess. Or
If you don't get these lasers ranged, move up to the gate.
baiting breath soon. And new wrist about to go out.
He's by the gate.
New wrist right after. Pushback coming up.
This is pushback ones.
And laser's about to happen. You can tell whenever we're. Can move boss a tiny bit. Yeah,
I got the
just
deep one.
Baiting breath.
There's one in the back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have gotten the back one.
Breath. And new riffs coming out. Make sure you place them together kind of over squarish.
Pushback as well.
And laser's about to go out. Devo.
bait these beams.
Lasers.
That mirror.
I got the very poopy one. No, never mind.
Careful, 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 careful.
That's why
yeah.
I said
Yeah. Yeah, we had 3 people with beam there that.
I'll be right back.
Okay. No, it's 11. We're not going over, so.
Time isn't real.
Run away.
True.
I mean, it's the problem that it always is. Like, we actually can kill this boss, and if we do normals, we're basically not going back into Mythic this week, because it's going to take, like, at least an hour and a half.
Ew,
We just do normal Friday.
Why do we even care about normal? It's like tier?
Tier, yeah.
Tier, like the trinkets that are good.
It's the same item level of stuff we're using, though. It's the only problem. It's like barely
Yeah,
better.
I know.
There's
Like,
stuff you
we
can
would
upgrade.
gain an increase, 100%, but we can
Well,
also
not
kill this boss now.
Shut up,
Maybe
dude.
We would not gain a 100% increase, but yes.
I mean, we just do normal on Friday.
What'd you say?
That was my plan.
Yeah.
Unless